Hey guys, this is Shannon with You Get Fit 2 and coming at you live today from my home. So if you trained with me or been in my senior strength class or senior stretching class, I've told you all about stretching on your couch while you're watching TV and hanging out. Well, I guess we're all hanging out a lot about right now. So we're going to stretch today. And what I'm going to go over today is muscle control. Just sort of going through how to make certain muscles move, how to make things work, how to help you sit taller, be stronger, have better range of motion, get circulation to your extremities, and overall just a better quality of life and feel better. When you're sitting around a lot, your muscles get cold, they get tight and achy. And so just moving, even if it's sitting on your chair, your couch, allows good circulation, like I said, to your extremities, and sometimes takes and release pressure off different areas. So like I said, I stretch at home on my couch while I'm watching TV all the time. So I'm going to take you guys through that today. So we're going to start by sitting on our couch square, feet a little bit more than shoulder width apart, and I'm going to put my hands just right here on my knees, and I'm going to keep my chin tall. Guys, super important, keeping your chin tall. When you're looking down, you put your whole body in a position to fall down. When you're looking at the ground, it tilts your shoulders forward, drops your chest, put your torso forward, and in turn, send your motion forward. So I'm going to have you pick your chin up. That's going to help you sit taller. I'm going to have you open your shoulders up. And what that looks like, the difference, if you're sitting with your shoulders here versus opening your shoulders. So we're sitting square, like I said, feet a little bit more than shoulder width apart, knees 90-degree angle, feet flat, opening our shoulders, keeping our chin tall. Right now your arms are just relaxed, not doing any work. Like I said, we're just sitting tall, belly button looking forward. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you how to pull your belly button in and then press it out. This rotates your hips, and it's going to help us realize when we're sitting tall and using our core to sit tall. You're going to feel when your belly button's pulled in, your core is not as engaged. When it's pushed out, it allows you to sit tall. You open your shoulders, you keep your chin tall, and it straightens up your spine. So right now, I want everybody to pull your belly button in. So right now, belly button's in, and then you're gonna push it out. See how that lifts your chest, it opens your shoulders, chin up. Now we're gonna pull your belly button in, and we're gonna push it out. We're gonna do that 4 more times. Belly button in, and push it out. Feel like you're sitting tall, belly button in, and push it out. 2 more times, belly button in, and push it out. Also, you're gonna feel your hip flexors roll in and open. So right there helps you feel how you engage your core to sit tall. So we've all learned how to pull our belly button in and push it out, open our shoulders, keep our chin tall. Now I'm going to teach you how to engage and squeeze through your glutes. So the easiest way to explain this, I'm doing this on social media, I cannot believe this, is to think about putting a penny in between your butt cheeks and squeeze that penny. Guys, I know that's a little graphic, but it gets the job done. So while you're sitting tall, your shoulders are open, your chin's tall, holding your core up tall, so you've got your belly button out, and you're gonna squeeze your glutes. You can also think about pushing both hip bones down. So you're pushing down, squeezing your glutes, squeezing through that, holding your belly button in tight, sitting tall, opening your shoulders, chin tall. And we're squeezing our glutes. So now we're gonna go through open, close position. So with your belly button out would be open. And now we're gonna close. So you're gonna pull your shoulders forward, your chin down. And you're gonna open your shoulders, pick your chin up, squeeze in your core, sitting tall, lengthening your spine. Guys, this is gonna give you some decompression in your spine. It's gonna allow you to stretch through your spine. So we're gonna close, belly button's in, shoulders are forward, chin's in, and we're gonna open, chin's up, shoulders are open, engaging our core, belly button's in, and squeezing my glutes. We're gonna go back to close. Got my chin down, got my belly button pulled in, shoulders forward. I'm gonna open my shoulders, pick my chin up, squeeze my belly button, lift, squeeze my glutes. We're gonna do that 2 more times. We're gonna close, shoulders forward, chin down, belly button in, open our shoulders, pick our chin up, sitting tall, squeezing our glutes. 1 more time, we're gonna close that, shoulders forward, belly button in, chin down, and chin back up, open our shoulders, pushing our belly button out, squeezing our glutes. So that is our closed position, and this is our open position. So we're sitting tall and squeezing through that. Now we're gonna engage our arms in this, guys. This is gonna give you some leverage to pull through it and stretch through it. Guys, this is gonna feel great on your spine. In my senior class, a lot of those guys, once they're learning muscle control and figuring out how to work through it, it really does give you some relief and some tension relief, some decompression. We all need some decompression right now. So we are sitting tall, shoulders open, chin tall, squeezing our glutes. So with your hands, you're gonna pull on your knees and you're gonna open your shoulders, squeezing your back. You're squeezing right through here, through your traps, all back through your rear delts. So you're pushing everything back, squeezing through that, chin tall, you're squeezing your glutes. Like I said, you're using your fingers and pulling against your knees. That gives you some leverage to squeeze through that and flex through it. And we're gonna relax out of that. We're gonna try that again. So we got our chin tall, gonna grab against our knees. We're gonna pull through that. Open your shoulders, squeezing your rear deltoids all across your back. Chin's tall, squeeze your belly button, squeeze your glutes, stretch through that. Guys, you're gonna feel that decompression in your spine as you squeeze these muscles and lift through your shoulders, squeeze your glutes. You're gonna feel that decompression in your spine. It feels awesome. We're gonna relax out of that. We're gonna do that 2 more times. So hopefully you're gonna feel this position, guys. Again, feet are flat. We got our fingers right here on our knees. You're gonna pull on your knees, open your shoulders, pick your chin up, squeeze your glutes, squeeze your belly button in, open your shoulders, lift through your shoulders, through your chin. You're gonna feel that decompression, like I said, all through your spine. Think from the base of your spine all the way up to your neck. And relax out of that. We're gonna do that 1 more time. So we're gonna pull against our knees, open our shoulders, pick your chin up, squeeze your glutes, squeeze in your abs, lift through that, feel that stretch through your spine. And come off of that. That was awesome, guys. Everybody feel that decompression? Guys, that really does help with mental clarity Again, it helps get circulation to your extremities as well as function to your brain and helps you just feel better. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to engage your legs and get a little bit more stretch out of that. So this last time I had your hands right here on your knees and you were pulling, opening, squeezing through your back, through your rear deltoids, all across your back, through your shoulder blades. Now I'm going to have you do the same motion, but once we get open and you're squeezing through that, you're going to push your heels down. You're going to feel that, engage your glutes more. It's going to stretch a little bit through your lower back, a little bit better. So we're going to put our hands right on our knees, open our shoulders, pick our chin up, squeeze our glutes. Now push your heels into the ground. Feel that through your quads, getting a little flex there in our quads, pushing your heels down, tightening your calves up. Opening your shoulders, we're squeezing our glutes, chin tall, squeezing through that, and relax. Okay guys, so this time it's gonna be a little different. I'm gonna have you scoot back just a little bit on your couch. You're going to pull your heels into the couch. So what that feels like I said, if you've ever rode a bucking horse, hopefully you haven't, but if you have, it's like spurring the horse with a bull. So you're pulling your heels in, you're gonna feel that all on the back side, all through your hamstrings, through your glutes, through your lower back, come off of that. So I'm gonna let you do that again. I'm not engaging with my arms at all, not with my hands. You're just pulling your heels in, squeezing your glutes. You're gonna feel that again through your hamstrings. Feeling your quads a little bit too. And come off of that. Now I'm gonna engage my upper body with that. So the same process that we did earlier, you're gonna pull through it. Open your shoulders, pick your chin up. Hits all of your back, rear deltoids, lats, squeeze through that. Now engage your heels, pull through that. Guys, your abs are gonna be tight. You're sitting tall, you're pulling through that and lifting through that. So you should feel your spine stretching through this. Again, you're pulling your heels in, opening your shoulders, chin's tall, abs in tight. Now squeeze your glutes, sit tall through that. Awesome. And come off of that. Guys, that is a great stretch all through your calves, through your hamstrings, through your glutes, through your lower back, all the way up to your erector spine. That is a great stretch. We're gonna do that one more time. Grabbing your fingers against your knees, you're gonna open your shoulders, pick your chin up. Now squeeze through your back, pulling against your knees, so you're gonna flex through that. Flexing your rear delts, lats, back, chin tall. Now we're pulling our heels in, squeezing our glutes, holding your belly button tight, sitting tall, lifting through that. So you're stretching through your spine, lifting through your shoulders, keeping that chin tall, squeezing your glutes. You're still squeezing your heels in, and we're gonna come off of that. So guys, you are just flexing everything, feeling that through the back of your legs, I bet, through your glutes, through your lower back. Guys, that was a great stretch. Now, I'm gonna show you how to lean into that and get a little deeper stretch through your glutes, opening your hip flexors a little bit more, getting a good stretch, get better range of motion through your hip flexors. So guys, what you're doing, I'm scooted forward on my couch to where I've got a little bit more range of motion to lean into this. We're gonna sit tall, so we all know how to do that now. Opening our shoulders, chin tall, sitting tall, looking up. And again, we're sitting square, feet shoulder width, feet flat. So right now my hands are just resting on my knees. I'm opening my shoulders and I'm gonna lean into this with my belly button. So what I mean by that is I'm engaging my motion through my abs. Since I coach kids, I just tell through my belly button because it works. It helps give them a place to start their motion. So we're sitting tall, shoulders are open, chin's tall, fingers right here, and I'm leaning into that with my belly button. You're gonna feel a really good stretch right here through your glutes. You're also gonna feel your hip flexors opened. And we're just leaning into that. Notice that I am keeping my chin tall and sitting back up. Guys, watch what happens if I look down. If I look down and lean into that, I don't get the stretch through my glutes. And my hip flexors aren't getting the stretch as good either. So we're going back to this position, open our shoulders, chin tall, keeping my chest up, leaning into that with my belly button. Then followed with my chest. I'm using my hands right here for some stability, and I'm gonna come back up. Awesome, we're gonna do that 2 more times. Shoulders open, chin tall, lean into that with my belly button. You're getting a good stretch through your glutes. Opening your hip flexors, getting stretch there. I'm gonna use my hands to come back up. So this time, we're gonna lean into that again, and I'm gonna let you reach for the ground. I am actually gonna have you look down right now. You're gonna look down, put your fingers right there on the floor. Just keeping your spine straight, and we're just gonna lift into that. Guys, this is using your core to help you sit up. So instead of using your shoulders to lift, you're using your core to lift. So again, we're gonna lean into that, looking at the ground, fingers on the ground. And then you're gonna come up using your core instead of your shoulders. One more time, fingers on the ground. Picking your chest up, followed by opening your shoulders and chin tall. This time we're gonna do that again. We're gonna reach for the ground. If you have the flexibility to put your hands flat, we're gonna put your hands flat and stretch through that. You're gonna lean into that with your belly button. You're gonna feel a good stretch through your glutes, through your hip flexors, also through your quads, a little bit right here, hamstrings, getting a good stretch. And gonna pick your chin up and come up. We're gonna do that 2 more times. Fingers on the floor, putting our hands flat, leaning into it. Then you're gonna pick your chin up, come up. We're gonna do it 1 more time, lean into it, fingers down, hands flat. You're looking down, you're gonna lean into that. You're gonna look up, use your core to sit up, open through your shoulders. Now we're gonna put our elbows right on our knees, leaning into that. Awesome. Okay. Now we are putting our elbows right inside of our knees. So what you're doing, you are pushing out with your elbows and squeezing with your knees. So right here, you're gonna have your hands in a prayer position. You're gonna squeeze your knees and push out with your elbows. Lean into that. You're gonna feel a really good stretch all the way across your back, through your shoulders, rear deltoids. Like I said, you're squeezing with your knees and pushing out with your elbows. Now you're gonna lean into that with your belly button, keeping your chin tall. And we're gonna come up off of that. We're gonna do that 2 more times, guys. Elbows right in our knees. So we're pushing out with our elbows, squeezing with our knees. Open our shoulders, feeling that stretch through your shoulders, through your back. Lean into that with your belly button, opening your hip flexors. And come off of that. We're gonna do that one more time. Elbows right inside our knees, pushing out with our elbows, squeezing in with your knees, squeezing through your shoulders, rear deltoids. Lean into that with your belly button, open your hip flexors, and we're coming up out of that. Roll your shoulders out. Awesome. Okay, now we're going to do one more thing, guys, and you're going to feel hopefully super stretched all across the back of your body. We're going to lift through our fingers. I'm going to teach you how to lift through your fingers. So we're going back to having our fingers on the floor. Feet are still flat. Looking down at the ground. Leaning into that. So still getting our stretch through our hip flexors, our glutes. This time, instead of picking up with your core, you're going to lead this with your fingers. So your fingers are going to come up, then you're going to follow that up, keeping your chin tall, stretching through that like you're trying to reach the ceiling. Come around with your arms. We're going to do that 4 more times. Fingers on the ground, you're looking down. We're going to lift through our fingers, coming up. Stretch through that, get a good stretch, squeeze your glutes right there, feel that decompress your spine, stretching your spine out, and coming around, reaching for the ground, looking down, leaning into that, getting that good stretch through our glutes, opening our hip flexors, leaning in with your belly button, picking up through our fingers, keeping that chin up tall, stretch through that, squeeze your glutes, good stretch, come around. We're going to do that one more time. Fingers on the ground, looking down, lean into that, and lift up through your fingers, stretch through that, squeeze your glutes, and come around. Roll your shoulders out. Guys, I realize some of you have arthritis watching this. If you do, guys, don't be discouraged. Your range of motion will improve with practice. I do these every day. When I first started, I did have a lot of pain in my sciatica, my lower back. Also, lots of issues with my shoulders, but once I started stretching, I started instantly getting results. I've been specializing with seniors the last 4 years, and working with them as well, and it's absolutely amazing seeing the results they're getting incorporating stretching into their daily routine. So guys, I encourage you to watch this video, go through it a few times and sort of work through the range of motion and sort of figure out what your abilities are. Do not feel like that's the best you're going to get, because as you practice, you're going to improve, you're going to get better, you're going to get more range of motion. For example, when I started lifting through here, my elbows were bent and I wasn't coming straight through it. Now I have full ability to stretch all the way through that and get full range of motion. So I have worked with all ages, kids, all the way up through seniors, actually a few seniors in their 90s. They're all capable of doing these stretches. You do have to modify, listen to your body, but guys, you can do this. Keep moving so you have a better quality of life, you feel better, and while you're at home, this was a great time to practice this and find out your abilities. All right, see you guys next time.